Hello, my name is Chuck Clark. This is my entry to the IJA tutorial contest. In this tutorial we are going to be talking about some simple tricks to learn directly after learning the basic cascade. In this tutorial we are going to be talking about throwing a ball over top for the rest of the pattern, half shower, juggler's tennis, and the reverse cascade. With that being said, let's get started. First things first, learn to throw a ball over top the other juggling balls. The way you do this is when you're juggling, you're making these circular motions with your hands. Catching on the outside of your body, throwing on the inside, making the circular motion. To throw over top of the pattern, you basically reverse this motion. So you catch a little more on the inside of your body and throw from the outside, reversing the direction. As you can see, I catch on the inside, throw on the outside. Throwing the ball a little bit higher than the rest of your pattern to avoid collisions. The only thing that throws people off when they're really trying to learn this is either they're not bringing their hand outside enough so they're having a collision and they can't recover from it, or the fact that since they're having to throw that ball a little bit higher than they're used to, they keep trying to juggle at the same speed. But since you're throwing this ball higher, if you keep juggling at the same speed, you end up with a weird gallopy two throws after it. So all you have to do is throw from the outside, throwing a little bit higher, and then just relax and wait for it to start coming down just a little bit, a little more than you normally would, to keep it nice and smooth. Remember to practice this with your offhand also. Hopefully you got the hang of throwing a ball over the pattern with throwing that slight pause in there and throwing from the outside of your body. After learning to do that, the next step is to learn a half shower pattern. The half shower is the same thing of throwing that ball over the top, but this time when you do it, you throw the same hand over the top every single time. So in this case, I'm using my right hand, throwing the ball over the top of my left-handed throws. When learning this, all what you have to do is take that throwing over the top that we learned before, and just try adding on a little bit at a time. Don't try to do too much at once, because I find that when you try to do a lot at once, you don't progress as quickly as if you take things in small steps and stride. So from juggling, just throw over the top, and then directly after that, throw over the top again with that hand. So you throw two in a row. 1, 2, go back in the pattern. 1, 2, back in the pattern. From there, add 3, 4, 5, and work your way up at a comfortable pace. Just don't try to, first time trying it, try to do 130 in a row. And again, make sure you practice with your offhand also. Hopefully you got the hang of throwing a ball over the top of the pattern and of half shower, hopefully both ways, pretty easily. The next trick we're going to learn is called juggler's tennis, where it's the same ball thrown over the top every time. Way to work up to it is just from juggling, pick any ball you want. It sometimes helps to have different colored balls, so you can just go, okay, I'm going to use the green one, throw over the top. So I'm going to use the green one, throw over the top, and once I throw it over the top and catch it, I'm going to throw that ball again, immediately back over the top. So green one, over the top, immediately back over. Green one over the top, immediately back over. Working up from that, just do 2 throws over the top, 3 throws, 4 throws, until you can keep it going and run a very pretty juggler's tennis. After learning the juggler's tennis, there's another way that you can use an over-the-top throw that uses both your left and right hand, and that is the reverse cascade. The reverse cascade uses over-the-top throws for every single throw from both your left and right hand. The way I worked up to it when I was learning is juggling 3 balls, throwing a ball over the top with one hand, then immediately throwing another ball over top of that. So over the top, top with your one hand, over the top with your opposite. So over, over. Over, over. From there, add another throw, so try 3. 1, 2, 3, back and juggling. 1, 2, 3, back and juggling. Then add 4, add 5, add 6, until you can just keep it going as long as you want. And now I'm going to teach you 2 bonus tricks that I didn't mention earlier in the video, to see if anyone's actually even still watching. The 2 tricks I'm going to teach you now still involve over the top throws. So all these tricks we learned are involving over the top throws. And those 2 patterns we're going to learn now are windmill and Mill's Mess. Before we learn to do either the windmill or Mill's Mess, we obviously need to learn underarm throws. Since they both rely quite heavily on underarm throws, we need to get them down really well. Best way I found to learn and get a really consistent underarm throw is just from a normal juggle. Just throw a ball under your arm. When you throw the ball under your arm, it's basically you just want it to go straight up and basically straight back down. So, under your arm, right hand. Now, you can just do this until you can do it kind of just whenever you want. Again, practice it with your left hand also, because the left hands are involved in this pattern, so you need to learn it. Under your arm. From there, learn under the arm with every third throw or every same colored ball. So in this case, I'll use the orange ball under the arm, orange ball under the arm, under the arm, under the arm. This way you're getting practice with both hands of throwing under the arm. After that, learning to throw under the arm with the same hand every time. So in this case, just using one hand, my right, throwing under my left arm every single time. From here, you're basically already doing a windmill pattern. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Then, learn the same thing with the other hand. I said that was basically a windmill pattern, which is true. That's really all the windmill pattern is. The only difference is to get that nice, smooth, circular look, you need to take the hand that's throwing over, not the hand that's throwing under your arm, the hand that's throwing over, and throw a over-the-top throw like before. So instead of throwing like this, you throw over the top and under the arm. A lot of people find it's easiest to do a half shower into this pattern first. So half shower. Then the hand that's throwing the ball is lower underneath, starts throwing under the arm. And again, learn this both ways. And now the infamous Mill's Mess juggling pattern. If you did learn the windmill both directions, this trick should be fairly easy to you. Because the way some people define Mill's Mess is it's a windmill that switches directions every third throw. So windmill, switch directions, windmill, then it's just windmill switching direction as often as possible. I'm going to teach you a way that's simpler to learn and think about than that. Since both windmill and Mill's Mess is based off of reverse cascade, if you have your reverse cascade down pretty well, you can just learn it from that. And how you learn it from that is doing a reverse cascade. Pick any one ball, we'll use the blue one for example, and throw that under the arm every single time. So every third throw, this ball's going under the arm. So blue one, under the arm, under the arm, under the arm, under the arm. This transfers you into a Mill's Mess almost instinctively. You can't really not do a Mill's Mess by doing that. The only thing that does throw people off is that there is this kind of, when your arms are crossed, the arm that's on top kind of does this little hop back throw. As long as you don't overthink it and you just go with the flow of it, you should be able to pick it up very, very easily.